Hey guys, it's Ep28 and welcome back to episode 28 of my Dortmund career mode. Now in today's episode we've got plenty of games to get through. The first game is against Werder Bremen in the league for us to play. Obviously a home match in the Bundesliga. We are going to play that match. Then we'll also get on to playing a game against Wolfsburg as well. It's an away game just a week later. We'll sim the game against Nuremberg and then we'll get on to the game against Feyenoord to finish things off as well. We'll wait and see whether any games get rescheduled or whatever, but it seems like we are going to have those 4 games to get through in today's episode. Unfortunately, it's not the most exciting of matches in terms of the opposition, but certainly the in-game performances I'm hoping will be as good as what we've seen recently. Next month is when we obviously have Bayern Munich and a few of the better teams to play, but this is one of those sort of months where you've just got to get through it, and I think most people prefer me to play matches as opposed to simming them, so that's what I'm going to try and do as much as I can. Before we get into today's episode though, if we could try and hit 75 likes, I'd really appreciate it. Also, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already as well, and that'd be absolutely fantastic too. Last episode we got like 83 likes, last one before that was like 80, so you kept on beating that target, so I really do appreciate you doing that. If we could do it again, then that'll be absolutely fantastic 3 times in a row. Let's crack on with today's episode. This is the team we're going to go with. Borussia starts in goal. We've got Bellerin starting the right back for his first game. He's making his debut for us in today's episode. Then we've got Socrates, Devine and Guerrero also in defence as well. Michael Götze and Fekir in midfield with Royce, Batshuayi and Bailey as our front 3. A strong team as you'd expect really, because this is the strongest side we can put out and the next game's in a week's time. So let's crack on with things. Let's try and get ourselves a good victory here against Werder Bremen. We're obviously expected to win, but it doesn't always happen like that. I guess we'll have to wait and see whether we are able to extend our lead in front of Bayern Munich as well. That currently is at 7 points. Okay, let's crack on with this game against Werder Bremen. They'll take kick-off and we'll have to wait and see how we get on in this match with probably our strongest lineup out as well. So, like I said before, we're expected to win, but we do have to put in a good performance. I'm hoping that it's not one of those sort of games we have to try and grind out a victory. We've got to come out here, we've got to perform well, and we've got to make sure we show that we have more quality than them. Oh, Bailey's going to get on the end of that. It's a poor touch by the fullback. Bailey's running through, going to shoot and score 1-0. We've opened up the scoring very early on, inside 5 minutes in fact. And it's a long ball there that I think was played by, I want to say Royce on his left foot, but I'll have a look at the replay anyway in a second. And the defender should do better. He takes a bad touch. It goes into the path of Bailey, who's obviously got more pace than him. He runs onto it and smashes it home really well. I'm pretty sure it is Royce that plays the pass there and eventually finds its target that it was aiming for. And the goalkeeper can't save it, goes across him, and we're in the game 1-0. The perfect start for us. Royce over to Hector Bellerin, getting forward for the first time here. Bellerin now looking for a cross into the middle. It's a chance for Bailey, who decides to head it in the end. Maybe could have taken a touch with it and then had a shot, but the header was on target. Easy save though. Batshuayi, Götze making the run forward, back to Batshuayi, running through now, good chance again, oh, straight to the goalkeeper, who saves pretty comfortably. I was going to try and look for Götze back across the box, but the run wasn't quite made early enough. That's great play, Fekir now back heels into Royce. Royce can look for Götze if he can. Götze's going to get there and save by the keeper. Bailey's trying to follow up, but wasn't quick enough. We should have scored that chance. A really good opportunity to double our lead. Not quite managed to take it there. Good bit of play though, Götze getting himself into the box, which is nice to see, but like I say, we should have really scored it. It was fantastic build-up play, just didn't quite have the finishing touch. Guerrero getting forward now on the left-hand side, and going to try and find Bailey himself. He goes for a cross into that post of Royce. Oh, defender got the last touch, out for a corner. Wow, that's another good opportunity for us that we haven't quite managed to take. Fekir going to deliver into the box. Socrates is in there, good connection, but again cleared away, and somehow still remains at 1-0. Good chance here for the opposition, and of course they've scored. The first proper opportunity and they've taken it. That always happens when we don't take our chances. They go forward and have one shot and score. That's basically what they've done there, unfortunately. But I can't really complain too much because we have played great football. Just haven't literally managed to score. Just put it at the goalkeeper too many times. And that's poor goalkeeper from Berkey. He shouldn't really come and pounce on that if he's not going to get there. And he quite clearly was beaten to it in the end by the attacker. Drawing the game 1-1, approaching half-time. I can't believe this has happened when we've been so in control of this game. And we played so brilliantly. Just the finish wasn't there. Good chance and unbelievable. 2 shots, 2 goals. They've taken the lead just before half-time. I can't believe what I'm seeing here. This is crazy. They've played well for 4 minutes of this half. 4 minutes they've played well for. And they're winning the game. I can't believe this. We should have been 3, maybe 4 up at this point. Yeah, we're losing the game 2-1. Unbelievable how a game can change just like that. Crazy stuff. Half-time, losing the game 2-1. I can't really process what I've just seen there in the final 4 minutes. Crazy end to the first half. We're going to keep the team the same. I don't really know what more I can do other than take my chances, which I'm trying to do, but for some reason the finish really hasn't been there, and then those sort of passes aren't helping either. Strange. Royce going to look to Batshuayi. Great pass. Batshuayi through on goal. Shoots and scores, but he's offside. thought I just kept him on. That was really good play as well, actually. Just waited for the run from Batshuayi. He clearly just waited too long. And he just strolled offside. You can see how long I hold on to the ball for, though, with Royce waiting for the right moment. And it's the wrong moment in the end. He scored the goal, but again, just being let down by a poor attacking play. Okay, looks to switch it now to Bailey. Bailey should get there, and he does. He's still going. Could do with some support. He can't quite get away from anyone. He's going to look across the box, and that's unbelievable. How's that not been given? An arm to the chest. Oh, just got completely flattered there by the defender. Go on, Bailey. Oh, we're resulting to those sort of shots, because at the moment, they're not letting us get back into this game at all. They're really not. They're stopping everything we're doing going forward. So it's going to be tough. I think we might actually lose this game, which is maybe seems a bit negative with 25 minutes to go. But I really do just don't see. I don't see this game swinging in our favour now for some reason. Okay, all three changes. Rodrigo, Sané, and Dahoud all coming on. Götze, Weigl, and Royce all coming off. A little bit worried by the lack of options really to try and impact this game on the bench. Having to change the midfield up a little bit. 15 minutes to go to try and get a goal. I mean, really two, but a goal is probably the best we can really hope for. And the more worrying thing here is this is me really going for it. I've been really going all out for it for the whole match. I've not taken my foot off the gas or anything like that. I've just been going for it 100% for the whole game, and yet we've not really looked that great in the second half. So that's the more worrying thing, where we just don't look like we're going to get a goal. I'm not really too sure why that is, but it seems like a lot of our passes aren't quite going where I'm after them to go, and so yeah, that's not really helped us. And then defensively, just keep on winning everything back. So we are struggling in this game, and I don't see too much happening for us in the final 15 minutes, sadly. Batshuayi turns away, that's good. Now he's going to shot away off the bar. Too much power behind it. Wasn't even supposed to put that much on it. And unfortunately doesn't quite find the back of the nets. I had a few seconds though, which I've not had before on the ball for a long time in this game. A few seconds to take a shot, and we managed to get away from one of the centre-backs. And the other one didn't close us down, but I think that might be the final chance. Okay, having to run forward by himself, that's not a particularly good sign. Rodrigo will join him now, as will Batshuayi. Rodrigo coming inside. Could have played to Fekir, still going though, over to Bailey. Chance of Bailey, wide. Should do so much better, again. And that is a 30-second snippet of the reason why we're not going to get anything from this game. Can't seem to finish. The game should have been over by half-time. It's another one of those sort of matches, but 4 minutes of madness at the end of the first half has somehow won them this game. Unbelievable. I've no idea how this has happened. One positive we can take from it, though, is that the title race will be more exciting now, because we're no longer 7 points in front, I imagine, if obviously Bayern have capitalised on it. So yeah, we lose that game 2-1. Very bizarre match. I can't really say why that happened, because we looked so good for 40 minutes in that first half, and then we lost the game. Yeah, 8 shots, 4 on target, 1 goal, 3 shots, 1 on target, 2 goals. Yeah, there you go. That's why I'm annoyed. So yes, Bayern closed the gap now, 4 points behind us, and Leverkusen 7 points behind now, so it's getting a little bit closer. Still nothing really to worry about at the moment, and like I said before, it's good that it's going to be more competitive now in the league, because we were starting to run away with it a little bit with that 7-point gap before. But at the same time, you want to win those sort of games, especially against Werder. We've got to beat them, really. But we are going to do some play drills before we get on to the next game, and let's have a look how we get on this week. Graph going up actually to 65 overall. It's good to see. Zagadou not too far off 79 now as well, so both those guys growing quite nicely. We might look to switch things up a little bit soon, but those guys at the moment are going up pretty well, so there's probably no need to just yet. We'll try and get as much out of them as possible. Okay, player returns from injury. That's Pulisic back. That's fantastic news. We did seem to be missing another winger really to come off the bench or start the game and have a bit of an impact. Also, transfer offer in here for Berkey, £31.1 million for Juventus. Obviously, a player we're trying to get rid of at the moment for next season. David De Gea now signed to join us, ready to take the number 1 spot. So we've got to try and get this deal negotiated if we can. The maximum amount they reckon is worth about 49, but between 33 and 49. So 31's obviously outside of that range, and so we're going to look for about 40, 45, something like that. Let's negotiate this deal with Juventus. They should have that sort of cash. We're not going to hold anything back with our first transfer fee that we're going to propose. We're going to go £45 million, see what they say to that. 38's what they'll come with, and they're going to, I hope, get a little bit closer to what I'm after. We are going to decrease our valuation, and we're going to say 44. They might well walk out the room, and I'm again prepared to do that just to try and get as much money as possible. Eventually one team will pay these sort of amounts. Juventus sticking to 38 though here. Okay, obviously wanting us to decrease a little bit more than what we've done. We'll go 42. Like I said, I'm happy to take 40, but at the same time I want to maximise the money as much as possible. They've come to 41, so that's obviously getting a little bit closer. And to be honest, I am tempted to accept the 41. I think that's exactly what we will do. We'll accept it. We won't go any further than that, just to make sure the deal definitely goes through. And now hopefully the other paperwork can be completed and Berkey will sign for Juventus next season. Another transfer offer in, this time for Larson, another player we're trying to get rid of course. And obviously on our transfer list, a bid in here of £1.15 million. Have to accept any amount really for him. It's only a small amount anyway that we'll get for him. We'll wait and see whether that deal falls through or not. Hopefully it doesn't, but I'm guessing it probably will. Okay, so it's the next game now against Wolfsburg. This is the team going to go with Berkey starts in goal, Bayer in, Socrates, Devine and Guerrero again in defence. Ozzy Cup, Weigl and Fekir sign midfield. Pulisic, Batshuayi and Bailey start as our front three. Pulisic comes back in, Ozzy Cup comes into the team as well, having complained about his lack of playing time recently. Goetze on the bench, same with Royce. Zlatan back on the bench as well, as with Alvaro. Let's crack on with this game. Let's try and bounce back from a really disappointing scoreline in the last match. Got to try and concede less, score more. So, yeah, that's a combination every team's going for, I suppose. Hopefully we can win. Hopefully got to make sure we extend our lead over Bayern now as well. Okay, here we go for this game against Wolfsburg. Let's try and bounce back. Can't afford to lose this game as well. We've got to make sure we win the match. And again, it's another situation where you have the better team on paper, but it doesn't necessarily bring you the score and the result that you want. And so hopefully a few changes that we have made to this team will give us a better result this time. Bailey coming inside on his right foot. Oh, it's a wild shot in the end. Understandable on his weaker side, but a good start to the game. A lively start, both teams going forward so far. Pulisic going to bring us down, goes for a cross into the middle. Should find Batshuayi and does, but it's right at the keeper again. Didn't even have to move for it. There we go, Batshuayi into Fekir. Fekir's running through, has to be a goal. It is 1-0, 35 minutes in, we've finally opened the scoring and we've taken the lead. Fekir gets it. And a good bit of play there, to be honest, from us once again. Fekir making a good run forward, bursting through the defence. You have to make those sort of runs to break down the team, and he's decided to be the one that does it, and it's a really good run from him as well. Look at how far away he starts the run from, it's good. Batshuayi holds it up for him and plays it into his feet. Good finish as well, 1-0, taking the lead. Let's try not to throw the lead away in the space of 4 minutes again. Gonna breakaway going here, Batshuayi over to Bailey, needs some more support if he can get it. Players need to be running further forward. Bailey still has another chance through to Batshuayi, who I think might be offside, but will keep going. Oh, nearly beat him at his front post, but a good save by the keeper. Batshuayi gets himself onside. Now Bailey to deliver. Good ball in, but headed away, I think, by Brooks. Half-time, winner of the game 1-0. Good to be in front. Good to have not conceded twice in the last 4 minutes as well. That's a positive. But now we're going to make sure we go on and to win this game. Got to try and double our lead again. This is something we've been really struggling to do. Once you get the first goal, we've got to build on it. And we try. It's not like we're taking our foot off the gas or anything. We are trying to push forward and try and get more goals. But for some reason, we just can't. But that has to change in this game if we want to win it. Guerrero. Oh, off the bar. What a strike that was from the left back. Which runs forward. I thought it was going to be a pretty standard shot, but actually plenty of power behind it and challenged the goalkeeper, certainly beat him as well. Unfortunately, just off the bar. Ozzy Cup still coming forward, looking to try and find a pass into Batshuayi, or in fact Fekir now into Batshuayi, who turns, shoots, and what a save, and Ozzy Cup couldn't get there. Unbelievable. Literally everyone throwing themselves at that. And yeah, this is what I mean, these sort of chances. Oh, God. We have to score it. Okay, ball through to Batshuayi. We've opened them up here. Over to Bailey. Has to be a goal. It is, finally. 2-0. That's fantastic play as well. Fully deserved. Opened them up from nowhere. Don't know what happened to their defence, but we certainly just seem to get players in perfect positions there. Really, really good build-up play to that goal as well. Fantastic strike from Bailey. So confidently finished. You can just see there that the middle just opens up for some reason. The centre-backs come out of position. The full-backs have to come over to cover. Leaves Bailey free. And he scores 2-0. Double our lead. Still going for a third goal though. Over to Bailey, good chance for him now to get a cross in for Batshuayi. Has to be a goal. Oh my days, what a save. I mean, I say what a save, it was right at him from Batshuayi there. It's pretty comfortable in the end, but again, another example where we should score and we haven't. Should be 3. What a pass that is to Hector Bellerin. He's going to go for a cross into the middle. Bailey, oh, heads back across, but it's wide. So close to a third goal once again. Just can't quite hit the target that time. 20 minutes left of this game, still going for the third goal. We want to try and win by as many as possible, but yeah, it's not looking likely at the moment, but we are going to make some changes. Hopefully that does improve us a little bit. Okay, all 3 changes now. Zlatan, Alvaro and Goetze are all going to come on. We'll take off Fekir, Pulisic and also Bailey as well. Batshuayi's going to go play as a left winger now. A little bit different. We're going to go for it. I want to try and keep the height on at the back post to try and head things in. Obviously with Alvaro trying to cross now, playing the right winger position. He can play as a right mid, so similar position. Goetze now obviously centre attacking mid as well. We'll see how it goes. Final 20 minutes, still very much pushing for a third goal here. No easing up really on the opposition, trying to get as many goals as possible. Hopefully Zlatan can do that. Now into Zlatan, little 1-2 here with Alvaro, goes into the box, has to be a goal, finally it is, 3-0. We've done it, the third goal, just as the game's about to finish. Haven't even seen who scored it yet, was it Goetze? No, it was Ozzy Cup who gets into the box. Good bit of play. Zlatan with a 1-2 there with Alvaro. Zlatan's not been getting in the box at all. Considering he's our striker, he's just been sitting back and trying to control the tempo of the game a little bit, which is a bit strange. But you can see here he's on the edge of the box, sort of with a little 1-2 there, and a lovely little chip. Ozzy Cup totally free, really. Easy header past the keeper. 3-0. Finally got that goal that we wanted, and that's more like the scoreline that we should have got in the last game as well. There we go. 3-0 it finishes, gets us 3 points, helps us bounce back from a disappointing result, obviously, in the last game as well. So happy to see that happen. And the performances of some of the players that came off the bench are pretty good as well, so that's good to see. Zlatan not having any shots or anything, but just sort of got on the ball occasionally, started passing, which was quite nice to see. You can see there Wolfsburg had 1 shot in 90 minutes, which was not too dissimilar to the last game, really. They had 3 shots, 1 on target, just they seemed to score 2. Somehow. Okay, transfer talks break down for Larsen. Again, that's not really that much of a surprise now. But better news that Berkey has been sold to Juventus. The deal has been agreed in personal terms, everything like that. We get £37 million of the 41 add-on to our budget when obviously the window opens again in summer. So it'll be sad to see Berkey go, but at the same time, we've got David De Gea coming in, a much better goalkeeper, so that's fine by me. And we've got Rodrigo saying he's not happy with his role at the club. Understandable, there's better players than him, but he still does a good job off the bench. I think that's where he's best, coming off the bench for us. Bayern are, I think, still 4 points behind us, which means they must have just lost their last match that they've had in hand. Which is a bit strange, but yeah, they lost to Borussia Mönchengladbach, so gives us a chance to extend our lead if we are able to beat Nuremberg, but this is the game we're going to be simming, so that might mean that we do drop points here. I guess we'll wait and see. Okay, so this game against Nuremberg, this is the team I'm going to go with. Berkey starts in goal, Hector Bellerin, Socrates, Divin, Guerrero, Weigl, Goetze, Fekir, Royce, Rodrigo and Bailey all starting. So quite a strong team. Again, we've got another game that's playing 5 days' time. That's against Feyenoord in the Europa League. So looking forward to that game. We have taken the lead here 1 minute in through Bailey. What a start that is. Can't really ask for too much more than that. But now can we go on and build on that lead? 30 minutes in, still remains 1-0. Looking to try and get a second goal before half-time. We have done that through Rodrigo, who was obviously starting this game for once. And into the second half now, still win the game 2-0. Can we get a third, maybe? I think we'll skip now, and the game finishes 3-1. Bailey gets a second, and that is the game for us. Happy about that. Obviously, disappointed not to get a clean sheet, but sometimes it doesn't happen. Main thing is getting a victory when you sim games. And now we'll get on to the game next final to finish off today's episode. Looking forward to that game, actually. We've got to try and do something in Europa League. Ideally win the Europa League again. So we've got to try and do that if we can. Do that back-to-back seasons. And hopefully we can kind of begin that journey by winning that game against Feyenoord. So we'll wait and see. It's obviously a two-legged thing as well. We'll play the second leg in the next episode. As you can see, this week, executive news go up to 79 overall. It's fantastic news. Again, continues to go up. Feels like every week at the moment, but it's probably not quite that. But again, next time he goes up, we'll be to 80 overall. That's probably when we'll change things once he hits that. Because then obviously we'll give someone else a bit of a chance to try and get to the similar sort of overall. Okay, this is the team we're going to go with. Same defence as ever. Goetze starting midfield alongside Sané this time round though. Royce comes onto the right hand side of obviously a wing. And then we've got Batshuayi starting up front. So other than that, the team's pretty much the same as usual. You see the bench here. Weigl gets on there. Decided to just switch that round. Sané coming in for Weigl. Just thought I'd give it a go and we'll see how that goes. Pulisic on the bench, as is Zlatan. Again, other than that, pretty much the same sort of bench you'd expect. Let's crack on with the game. Let's try and end today's episode strongly. Let's try and get ourselves a victory. I think it might be the away leg, so hopefully get a few away goals, and that'll hopefully put us in a better position going into the second leg. Yeah, it is the away leg, so away goals here do matter a lot for us. Let's try and get a few. Okay, we go for this game against Feyenoord. Let's see how we get on. Hopefully finish today's episode on a strong result here and try and get ourselves a few goals again. Got to make sure we continue to finish our chances like we did in the last match. It was much better from us, even though we still obviously missed a couple of chances. We were pretty clinical on the whole. Socrates coming forward. Now a chance for Fekir to play it into Royce. Here he's through and can shoot and score. 1-0. We've got another early goal. Royce does it inside 7 minutes. Great strike. He hits it first time as well, I think, which makes the goal even better, to be totally honest. But Socrates is heavily involved in this one. Gets going forward, plays the pass into Fekir. He picks out Royce, smashes it home. You can't really stop those sort of strikes. I'm pretty sure he has hit it first time. We'll take a look now on the replay. But you can just see Socrates coming inside. Fekir turning. First time? Yes, it is. Look at that. Hits it into the top left-hand corner. 1-0. What a start. Let's try and get some more goals now, because that's our first away goal of the game. Hector Bellerin running forward now, looking for Royce. This is a good chance for Royce again to get going forward. Can he find a cut back in here? It's nobody at the moment. Looking for Batshuayi. He'll find Bailey instead. He'll still score 2-0. We're pulling them apart here. Just 5 minutes later, Bailey gets another goal. Should have found Batshuayi, but it doesn't in the end. Finds Bailey. Didn't even realise he was there, to be honest, but he gets on the end of it and scores just past the goalkeeper. 2-0. Double that lead pretty swiftly after the first. Royce with a great run, looking for Batshuayi with the pass. He was clearly free, but we went for the more complicated pass, of course, and it got there anyway. 2-0, and a very, very good start to this game. Bailey going to play it in to Fekir now. Good chance for him to get a ball across here for Batshuayi. Oh, on his front post. He's made it 3-0 now. It's all of the front three getting a goal. And we're only 19 minutes in. Haven't even hit the 20-minute mark yet. And Batshuayi has the scoreline. Goalkeeper should probably do better for this one, I think. It is front post, would you say? It's a pretty difficult one to defend, I suppose, when you do a cutback like that. But still think the keeper should do a little bit better. He's quite close to it. There's maybe a bit of power behind it, I suppose. But 3-0 anyway. Batshuayi scores. Good finish from him. And we are running away with this game. 3 away goals inside 19 minutes. Sané, ball into Royce. Going to hit this one first time again. This time it's saved. Bailey follows up over the bar. Could have been a fourth. Should really have been as well. Batshuayi over to Goetze, running forward now. Goetze still going, going to get a shot away. 4-0 on the stroke of half time. Goetze adds to the scoreline. Nice to see him get, I think, his first goal since returning. I'm pretty sure. It's a good strike nevertheless. Smashes past the goalkeeper. And again, we seem to be getting through on that right hand side every single time. Batshuayi opening up here, and just a gap appearing between the fullback and the centre back. Running through it, and we've scored pretty comfortably. 4-0, no stopping it, and this could be an interesting second half. Hopefully things don't slow down, although you generally find that when you score this many goals in the first half, that usually happens, but I guess we'll wait and see. It is half-time now, 4-0 up, let's crack on straight away. We will be making some changes pretty swiftly, I think, in this second half as well. Got another game in about 3 days' time, I think it is, in the league. So, obviously at 4-0 up, you'd hope we'd go on to win this game now. But I think we will make some changes in about 5 or 10 minutes' time. Sané now going to try and cross in. It's Batshuayi to turn and shoot, and saved again. Okay, running forward, that's good from him. Looking into the back post for Bailey, maybe if he can with this cross. Can he find him? Yes, he can. It's 5-0. That is it. Game over for definite now. 53 minutes in. I mean, if it already wasn't pretty certain that we're going to go on to win this game, it is now. And 5-0. Bailey scores. Great headed goal. Into the back of the net. Good cross, though, as well, to be fair. Fantastic ball in that perfectly found him. No stopping it again for the goalkeeper. 5-0. Let's make some changes. Okay, all 3 changes. Rodrigo, Ozikup and Pulisic all to go on. We're going to take off Bailey, Fekir and Goetze. Give those guys a rest. Bailey's obviously got a yellow card as well, but I think we need to try and preserve those guys for the next game if they are able to play. So I'll make those 3 changes, hopefully try and improve things a little bit. Royce will go into centre attacking mid and hopefully try and dictate the play there a little bit, take over from what Fekir was doing, and continue to try and score some goals. Let's wait and see how we finish this game. Batshuayi switching there to Rodrigo, great switch. Now needs someone else to get into the middle. Rodrigo into the back post for Pulisic. Oh, saved by the goalkeeper onto the post and cleared away. So close to a 6th goal. Doesn't quite happen for us in the end, but Bellerin will still try and make it happen. That's a terrible challenge to the back of him. I want to see a card here, at least a yellow, surely. He will get a booking. Wow, still quite a lively game, this one. Pulisic going to look to try and hit Sané at the back post if he can get there. He's not going to quite manage to get there himself, but we might still with Rodrigo. Good save. Goalkeeper throws it straight to Pulisic. That's perfectly set us up here for a cross into the back post. Oh, Rodrigo gets there. Couldn't be followed up, though. Cleared away by the defence. Such a good chance. Goalkeeper literally just threw it out to us. Very strange from him. Nearly gave us a 6th on a plate. Good chance here. It's opened up for Feyenoord. They shouldn't have got a goal. That's disappointing. That to lose the clean sheet. It's just poor defending. I don't know what's happened from that free kick. They just lump it into the box and then we part the waves for them, which is quite nice of us. Look at this. Look at the way it just opens up for him when he receives this pass. What's going on? Everyone moves away. 2 players move away and give him a perfect opening to shoot. And he's obviously going to always score that, isn't he? It's going to be tricky to save. 5-1. Disappointed to lose the clean sheet there, but yeah, still obviously going to be a victory. 5 away goals. We should already be through to the next round, really. Royce trying to get a 6th still. That's a great save from the keeper. Thought Royce had got it there as well. And there we go. 5-1 victory for us. Very impressed with that result. Obviously the scoreline is great. 5 goals. 3 of which came in the first half, was it? Was it 3 or was it 4? I can't remember now. But a really good first half performance in particular. And we were able to continue to play well in that second half as well, despite the changes. But yeah, very impressed overall by the performance. Get ourselves probably into the next round, you'd say. Obviously, I know there's still the like to play next episode, but 5-1 you'd expect we should be through by now. 17 shots, 13 on target. pretty good. And that will be everything for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 75 likes, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already as well, and that'd be absolutely fantastic too. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter at GameFaceHD and on Instagram at GameFaceHD as well. Links to all that in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.